Recently, there was a news story that made many sigh with regret. The protagonist of the story, student Zhang, entered university at 10, pursued a PhD at 16, becoming the youngest PhD in China at the time, widely reported by the media. But now this once prodigy seems to have laid flat, claiming he is unemployed and carefree. What happened behind this? Today, we've invited the renowned education expert, Professor Nina Brown, from Ming University, to discuss this topic. Hello, Professor Nina.
Hey, brother.
Professor Nina, you must have heard about student Zhang's story. This prodigy, from being ahead of his peers to being content with laying flat, is indeed a pity. Where do you think the problem lies?
It's truly regrettable. But the fault isn't with the child, but with his parents. His parents sacrificed their child's childhood to satisfy their own ignorant vanity.
I know you've written a book titled Selfish Parents. Could you explain this title? Most people believe that parents unselfishly love their children. Why do you think these parents are selfish?
You know, parents can not only provide love but also inflict harm. Parents are not saints. There are many ignorant, greedy, distrustful, ambitious, and impulsive individuals. When these individuals become parents, their flaws are still present and might even manifest brutally in front of their own children.
True. Parental love is great, but that doesn't mean having a child automatically makes one a good parent.
Actually, many parents essentially don't love their children, but love themselves. They always say, "Everything I do is for you." But in reality, they impose their own narcissistic illusions on their children.
Narcissistic illusions?
Yes, their control over their children stems from their selfish psychology. They don't see their children as independent beings, but as extensions of themselves. They want their children to make up for their regrets, achieve what they couldn't. They mold their child as another version of themselves to satisfy their inner need for validation.
Being born to such parents is really unfortunate for the child. As parents, we should reflect on this.
The problem is, most people lack the habit of introspection. They're quick to blame the child but choose to ignore their own issues.
So how can this problem be resolved?
It depends on whether parents can awaken. An awakened being can accept their flaws and embrace all parts of themselves. They can naturally accept the flaws and everything about their child.
Love is deep understanding and acceptance.
In the matter of raising children, faster isn't always better, and rushing doesn't guarantee maturity. There's a time for everything in life. Parents shouldn't project their anxieties and vanity onto their children. For many families, the growth of the parents is even more critical than the growth of their children.
Well said. Do you have any advice for Zhang?
Using resentment towards your parents as a reason to resign from life isn't appropriate. Regardless of the impact of your upbringing or the harm your parents may have inflicted, as an adult, you have the freedom to choose. You can't choose your parents, but you can choose to live a different life, a life that belongs to you.
That's very well put. I hope Zhang gets a chance to hear this. Thank you, Professor Nina Brown.